Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic 1.3 preview playthrough. I know the first thumbnail says 3.3 on it, but that's lying to you, and I don't have the original file to fix it. I might be able to fix it, but I'd have to remake it anyways. 1.3, not 3.3. Don't get it twisted. But we are in the middle of taking over the whole rim. We got some hut space in the middle still. Looks like the Republic has taken most of that out. But we have a pretty big fleet building in the south. We have two pretty big fleets building in the south, which we're going to be striking out with eventually. But for now, we are focusing on the north. We are going to be trying to take Antimeridius, Beldrone, Handuin, and Liana. But we don't know where the fleets are. But I think it makes the most sense to go for Liana anyways. So let's start off with Liana. Let's put little Munifex in there, whose name I do not know.
Double checking.
Tactical battle
Okay,
imminent.
just a goal on that. So we
Clones attacking.
have our Protodeca one planet over. That can just like come in and blow everything up. That's what it's for. Alright, TF,
Here's a quick fix.
Lucid Voice,
Logging
Lupus
tactics
Rex,
for future
sponsored by
computations.
Hondo Inaka, Musky Husk. I need to look for an actual Lupus,
This does not
because we have those now. Wits.
Redundancy procedures initiated. Eliminate.
We have the actual Lupi, and I used them in one battle, but I didn't really use them. Get you guys in there. And Magic School Bus. I'll leave the Gozantes out, because they have a bigger chance of just getting accidentally caught in the crossfire right now. We don't really need them to kill what's here. It's not going to be worth the risk for some of those smaller units
Target
in this battle.
Uh-oh.
You can stay back. I put you in first as our hero.
Enemy unit.
Because you gotta lead from the front. But that also means you gotta explode from the front.
Well aimed. Destroy
So you did good work.
Reporting. Navigating to coordinates.
Yeah, a lot of the heroes in this campaign are fresh like the campaign itself. That won't be the case with the
and negative.
Western Reaches GC that we're gonna be doing with the Ariado Authority next. Because we have finished the Empire campaign. Final episodes haven't been posted on YouTube yet, but we recorded the rest of that yesterday. There's like a 3% chance we actually just play through this whole GC tonight and have all that recorded as well. And then I'll know exactly how many episodes there are. Not a high chance. 3% is not huge, but it's not zero. Unless I like fall asleep in the middle of it, that would be bad. But it's not like Violet and Scarlet where I'd have to restart the game repeatedly. Well, I could crash, so that's not true. It could be like Violet and Scarlet.
Current target acquired.
Weapons ready.
I don't know that there's actually that many large shipyards down in the south either. Like, they still have Mon Calamari, but Mon Calamari is isolated. And
Oh no.
I think there might be one more down there, like Borea or something, if they have that. I don't know if that's in the map. But that area has a ton of shipyards, so if there's enough planets there, there's probably a shipyard somewhere. I'll have to take a look. We'll leave most of them intact.
Highly accurate shooting.
Yes, sir. Attack position.
I'm also not sure how many fleets they have outside of what's been coming around and messing with us. But we can use the redirection to get some of those rockets out of the way. I've been trying to go through also and see what I'll be able to or need to compile for the not anniversary stream, but the EAW. Like before, the EaW XCon thing was the joke name, the anniversary stream was the real name, but now to tie it all together, the EaW XCOM name is it's just real now. It used to be ironic, but now we're just people doing that. But the way everyone else submits stuff for that is we have a Discord server that's just for the team, and then we have a channel in that server, and people just upload into that. I'm trying to think of like what's not been posted in that yet that I know has been done. Like Sky posted about 8,000 renders in there, so I think most of Sky's stuff in, but not all of it. But I'm also still trying to remember what was in the last one. Alright, let's go into Leanna. Might even turn on Cruel at some point. I think some of Oz's stuff is still missing. I don't know if Oz is just letting it stay with the with the stuff that other people have textured. He's always got a ton in the background. Get the Gats. So almost every Fall of the Republic playthrough, there's a few people that ask about the CIS or about the AAT skins and why we don't have a CIS like the blue and gold livery for that, like we do for most of the other units. Basically, when I made that model a while back, the UV map on it isn't great. So there'd be parts of it that don't hold up as well without the burn marks especially. So I have been needing for a while to go back through and I just need to redo the UV map, modify the existing texture for it, and then I'll be able to do the color swap on that. It just hasn't been super high priority for me. It will happen eventually though. Alright, die Jedi. Okay, get back in there. I'm gonna go south on the AAT street there. And I don't even know if I want the proto deck on this part. The Hailfires. We need to be a little bit more maneuverable, I think. I can give it to someone else to modify, but I do not want it. I have a small number of things in the mod that are still entirely my work, and I don't want to give those up unless it's absolutely necessary. That needs to... That one can move back. I don't think anything else is going to be able to kill what's here. Yeah, we've got too much damage in that area. Alright. So if these ones just sit in this corridor, the artillery can help them still from there. I might actually... I'm going to move it up to this street. And I think the AATs can go in front now, because the Gats have taken some damage. We'll go in behind there. I just want to make sure the HAG can hit as much as possible without getting destroyed itself. Alright. Now let's go up there. Did they destroy one of the Hellfires? Was that what the unit destroying was? Unit destroyed notification was? Okay, why are you hitting that? So for a while, the AI wasn't actually building field bases. Bob did fix that recently. They weren't showing up in a lot. They got the classic AA turret on this road. Always stops against the bases. Glorious. When are you making the EaWX RuneScape mod? It's already released. The TR MMO has been up for years, but no one actually plays it for some reason. We need to destroy that AA turret, which we did, and then we can just bomb you.
Visual scan negative.
Hey, don't leave.
Is that all alive? Okay.
Vehicle.
No, I didn't actually destroy it. I thought I clicked on it. It doesn't matter. We were angled low enough. No, it did matter.
Hunter programs loaded.
I had a strong mental image of having destroyed this already, and then I just didn't. So that's always nice. Okay, you guys need to pull back. That's too much that's getting in there. And let's get super battle droids. Once we have this one, I think Protodeca can come in there. No, 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 no. We need to send some stuff down the road.
Uh-oh. Roger, roger.
And the Protodeca can go in the base. They had another AA turret there. It wouldn't have been in range of everything we're sending in. You guys, get down here.
We made it. Successful tactical adjustment.
Ooh. Don't want you. Don't want you. Go away. You can run. You can run. I think that one actually might survive.
Wow.
Alright.
We really
Now move back up.
ready to destroy the clone.
We can get that field base out.
Fight's not over.
You all move back. You guys can all come up this road. Finish off the rest of this. Can I... There we go. That should kill it. Ooh. That's more units there than I thought it'd be.
It's about to explode.
Chonky little
Missile ready.
Protodeca is not the fastest little turner. Okay. We've got that turbo laser, and we can clear out the road now. I'm just gonna... No, we already got that. It did succeed. Bombardment got it. So it should just be this side. Super battle droids don't need to worry that much about this turret. Got the structures. Alright. Nice, clean, road-by-road operations. They might have the last field base here. They do. The artillery's gonna clear out that turret, so it can't kill everything. So this map, we have like we went through a lot of the existing maps a while ago and did some plans on how we would want to adjust them, starting with some of the vanilla ones like this one, and we do want to flatten some of the terrain so that it's not interfering with firing as much. Because EaW is not great at handling height differences. It doesn't really know when stuff is going through, and it's also generally better to have multiple ways through maps, like different types of terrain that give a bit more difference to how you use different types of units. So a few of these little parks will have some added infantry-only passability, and some of the height differences will be lowered a bit, so that things aren't just like standing there trying to shoot units that they can never hit. Oh, we got to EaW. Oh right, I was gonna move that in. I forgot about that. Oh well. They get EaW. Okay, I am gonna save. Gotta save every planet or something. Every 15 minutes, every planet, whichever comes first. You don't get to keep that. Stockpile credits. Alright, 25 grand. That'll take a few weeks, but I think we can probably do it. Do we actually... No, I don't know if I want to. Hold on. Yeah, we get 2 munificence. There's no Banking Clan planets on this map that I'm aware of. Yeah, all Techno Union and Trade Federations and Commerce Guild. So everyone else.
Tactical battle imminent.
Eventually, we'll do it, but just to get the 2 munis, not quite worth it right now with our income being what it is, because that's like 4 or 5 weeks of not spending money, and we can't afford that at the moment.
Choose your reinforcements.
All right, Mirai,
Reinforcements en route.
Powder Keg, Auxilla,
Reinforcements.
Ozantes, Infex, Diamond, and C99. So I'm not sure if this is part of the part of that Venator force that was bullying us before. All right, you're gonna turn on that. Stop.
Target those lasers.
If so, I'll be really happy that these are down. Okay, bombers, can you all just go after that one?
How are you doing that?
I don't think we'll actually lose this one. I think Powder Keg will be fine. I also think this Carrick is probably getting hit by accident. Lateral damage. One of the things that I do want to do for point 3 still, that I haven't started yet, is have a cleaner system to calculate the unit size for pathability, or for collision. Because dropping them all to 1 by 1 is definitely preferable to everything just pathing all over the place. But we want to figure out how much we can tighten that up without sacrificing the benefits to passability so they don't clump up quite as much. Have I been able to build any bulwarks yet? Yes. We have a few of them built, not all of them yet. I've been kind of building up a bulwark fleet in the south, which will soon be joined by some Providence Dreadnoughts, so that we'll be able to do most of that southern half with some fresh bulwarks, some fresh everything.
Construction complete.
Should probably start splitting that into a couple fleets. If only I had one of the admin heroes down here. Rana's asking, are you going to enlarge the save files now that it's not broken? I don't know what you mean by enlarge the save files. Get our army over to this side.
Construction complete.
Bring these guys over as well.
Beginning construction.
Yeah, I know the update made it so saves don't take as long, but I don't know what you mean by enlarging the save files. I have no idea what you're talking about with that. Okay, we'll get Square Peg class landing ship,
Construction.
Dead Tree, or I'll cancel Dead Tree because I think we can afford another bulwark down here. Scylla.
Constructing unit.
Can we get Charos back? Okay, I did want to check for Shipyard. They have Ubrikia. And Munis Mandel. So they're still pretty decent on shipyards. The scale of this map always throws me off. I always think of it as being more central and concentrated than it actually is. We go all the way down to Christophsis. And Rothana. Okay. What's all this look like? Their economy's still better than ours. Their military's still better than ours. I think once we cross over into having a higher military, I will probably turn on Cruel.
Beginning construction. Building cancelled.
Reporting in.
See if we can get a scout or an upgrade in there. I'll have to drop him at a shipyard. Okay, they don't get to just take our planets, so we're gonna take it back.
Deploy ground forces.
Choose your reinforcements.
Pretty impressive.
This seems like it'll be okay for the Protodeca. Not quite as
Fight's not over.
hard to maneuver.
Capacity.
And it's all going to be units that are trying to run at us. No structures to get to. So if we get to the end of this path, then we're fine.
Beginning construction.
Didn't mean to click on that, but I did anyways. It's terrible APM.
Hostile detected.
Took out Mark. Enemy units pinpointed. Negative on visual scan. Detected target.
We get to destroy their AA. That's always nice. It's always so funny to me watching these little cannons flop around. Just like this giant thing has got like little vandals. All the buggy looking little CIS ships and vehicles.
Registering noise. Incoming.
So cute. I'd absolutely try to stomp on them if I saw them in my kitchen though. I've been through enough bugs in my kitchen. I don't want bugs in the mod, I don't want bugs in the kitchen. If stuff just looks like bugs, that's fine.
Negative on visual scan.
Run him over. Run him over. There you go. That's so hard.
Down.
Maybe morally?
Ready.
What's the Protodeca best for? Just yes.
I shall inform Count Dooku of our success.
That's basically how it works.
Planetary control achieved.
Also got Ringneldia. Does Klaatuine? No, Klaatuine will currently open us up for more. Where's our actual shipyards around here? I don't know if we've actually built one. Yeah, so we'll probably need to do that on Liana.
Building started.
Grievous.
Tactical battle imminent.
How dare you? We can move that giant fleet off of Liana. Go take one of the other 2 or 3 planets there. Got a Handooine it to him.
Audio trace detected. Negative on visual scan.
The Jedi and the artillery are scary. Everything else I'm less scared about.
Forming squad. I'm on point. The clones are out there.
We have some stabs for the Jedi.
Falling back.
They're gonna be full up on their landing. Okay. Let's get back to here.
I hate
Should have boosted the other direction.
Looks like they're waiting for us.
We've
Hey,
secured
we
a
got
door
here.
The problem with building the AV turret back here is that it'll probably get artillery to
Warning
death.
squad.
Took out mark. Initiate backward movement.
And they've got 2 companies of
Visual
those.
scan confirmation.
Okay, you stay back here. E1 stay in front.
Audio trace detected.
Crabs out.
construction complete.
Hey, nice. Pretty impressive. Charge.
Okay, with the 2 turrets, I think we'll be able to destroy all that. I was just worried if they got there before they were ready. Steps.
Sweep for
See if you can get to
close.
the AVs. Nope.
Shoot me now. There. This isn't good. Haven't secured the area. Give me just a few seconds.
Come on, you guys got it. You got it.
And shoot me
No,
now.
don't run away. There you go. All right.
This isn't good.
Now get to the artillery. Unless the Jedi like run into them right now, then we should be able to get that.
Already.
Don't let it get away. This is what happens if you underestimate stabs. You get destroyed by them.
Just a few seconds.
They come into your back line and you cry. Build bikes sometimes. Not all the time.
Tactical
I
battle.
think we'd win this battle, so I am gonna just auto-resolve on that. Build our own. Get build our own first, then we can go in on both sides.
Construction complete.
Build our own's the least built up. Arhaska and Circumtor. Okay, so that's every hut planet gone, I think. They're probably going to end up going for some of our sub-faction stuff soon. Was the Corporate Alliance not chosen as a sub-faction because the faction limit when the mod was initially made or for balance/content reasons? I'm not actually sure if we knew about the faction limit issue when we made the choice, but I didn't want to go beyond 4 for the actual ones present on the map. It was between them and the
Choose your
Commerce Guild.
reinforcements.
Between the Corporate Alliance and the Commerce Guild. Okay, sponsored by
The
Hondo
mission
Naka,
is complete.
Lupus
New
Rex,
task assigned.
EF, Amparis, Enterprise, Strikehawk, Magic School Bus. It's fine.
Ready for battle.
Lucid Voice. Oh, here they are. Boyer Cried Wolf and myself. As well. Like, the intention as we get other mission stuff done and other content that can apply to them is to eventually have them be a sub-faction that just isn't on the map. So you'd still go up in your influence with them. Just isn't quite as impactful as the other ones. It's a bit more small scale and ad hoc in how they'd be set up. So Corporate Alliance would be represented that way eventually.
Construction complete.
And it'd be possible that other stuff could fit into that bowl as well. I don't know why I said bowl there. Into that basket? Would that be better? Whatever. We'll stick with bowl. Into that bowl.
Building under construction.
Building started.
Because if you have like 6 or 7
Beginning construction.
smaller factions like that on the map,
Assault Brigadier.
it could get weird. There might end up being a change in direction there where we feel like it's worth putting the planets in there, but like with the way the CIS works, all of the planets could theoretically belong to a separate sub-faction, so we have to get the core territory for the CIS from somewhere. And it'd be much smaller if we go more granularly with too many of the sub-faction possibilities. as we've made the
The fight's not over.
the sub factions less active, it's a bit more reasonable to go that direction.
Don't get too
Because
close.
it's difficult when there's only two factions to have the game stay in a state for long enough where
Located targets.
you're at a disadvantage as the player, but don't necessarily feel like you're outclassed. Where if you have a full 50-50 split in the planets, the way Empire at War works is you'll often feel like you've just won the galaxy or won the conquest right away, and it gets to the cleanup phase much faster. The sub-faction mechanics for the CIS and the local forces for the Republic were actually a pretty late addition to the mod, and were set up how they were so that we could keep the 50-50 split feeling between the Republic and the CIS as a whole, while still having the enemy side be technically more united, and give them an opportunity to take certain planets without you feeling like you're getting beaten up on. So when the AI is taking out sub-faction planets, whether that's the sector forces or the CIS sub-factions, it doesn't quite feel as bad
Blast incoming. Pull
as
back.
if they were just
Visual
like
scan complete.
blitzing your actual territory early on.
Hey, no use trying to leave.
So how much we put on sub-factions versus how much you have is a definite tuning mechanism between different conquests, or within the conquests. I really want to kill that.
Moving.
Hailfires and the...
Fight's not over. Yay!
Yeah, that's better.
Hey, nice.
Turn them around.
It's arming.
That was a little bit scary. Okay, that's still a little bit scary. But we really needed that artillery down. Can I grab... Let's just get an MTT. And you guys go north. We lost both the little mandibles. That's sad.
Ready? Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna move the protodeca out of there.
Selected.
All ready. Roger, roger.
One of you comes up here, the rest of you comes out. We'll get them to go for the victory point, and the rest of our units to go into the base.
Radius check.
Careful.
Like, the faction slots being bigger now, like, there's definitely another factor in, like, future considerations for whether we'd want to put in the corporate alliances like a faction anywhere, like a true faction anywhere. That would definitely weigh into it now, even if it wasn't, like, the initial reason we didn't do it. Because, like, one of the things then is we were in the earlier stages of the mod, and you never know how much you're actually going to get done. So trying to, like, overcommit early on is always a mistake that mods make. It's still a mistake that we make of overcommitting, but that's just because I have no self-control. At least I'm aware of that. Whereas I think, like, when a lot of mods start, they don't realize how much work things are, how difficult it is to get help. Like, people will start a mod, even if they don't have the skills themselves, which is no problem if you plan to learn and you're okay with that process. But there will often be times where people will start a mod and think like, oh, I had this great idea, obviously 1,000 people are going to want to help me. But then no one wants to join a mod where they're going to be doing all the work. So we try to, like, set up the... This is what we want to reach first. This is okay for us to do later. And then I try to make sure that we don't go too far with any given release. But that is going to do it for our first episode. We are going to keep going, of course, here on Twitch. But for those of you watching on YouTube, hope you're enjoying the series so far, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.